What's going on, everyone? It's time for another action sci-fi film review. Today we're actually concluding the Maze Runner trilogy with Maze Runner: The Death Cure. It was released January 26th, 2018. It's directed by Wes Ball, who did The Maze Runner, and The Maze Runner: The Scorched Trails. He also did the most recent Planet of the Apes, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, Mouse Guard, and Phoenix Forgotten. This had a box office earnings of over $288.2 million. So The Maze Runner was actually a surprisingly good movie that when I watched it, and I was pretty impressed with it, even though it was my second time ever seeing it, and the first time I hated it. The second one was okay. It was your typical zombie film where they brought a lot of Resident Evil stuff in this. So is there more monsters in this movie? No. Is there more? Yeah. So let's see how they did with concluding this epic tale. So the Maze Runner, the Death Cure. Well, Thomas and his friends are out still trying to free people from the company that's walled in the city and is doing tests to the immune to find a cure, and inhumanely. And yeah, so they try to go in and they decide that they're going to actually have to break back in and go in. So they meet some people that from past and to help them out, and they go in and yeah, they basically go in and try to free the people in there and learn of how this could actually be stopped. So I know I try to keep it vague there because I'll spoil it if I continue on telling about it, but yeah, so this film starts off with a pretty good bang. It has a really good action scenes in it. The special effects look pretty good in this movie, to be honest. Yeah, that's about it. The acting is not too bad, too. But story-wise, yeah, this is super dull. um, how else can I put it? Basically, you have a cool setup scene, and then it goes for an hour of retell in the whole second movie, which it didn't even need to be in the movie. And then they try to build the characters up very slowly and most bland thing they could do. They introduce new characters to help out, which they don't really do anyways, which are useless. And then yeah, they go in for the climactic scene, which is the most predictable piece of shit out there. This one is definitely the worst in the whole trilogy. It basically declined. Why would you call this the Maze Runner if only the first movie has mazes in it? And the rest of it is just dull stuff. It's super predictable. They did try to throw some twists in there, which there was some scenes where Mike, my roommate, and I were trying to guess what was happening, and we both sort of got it on different angles. But overall, this film was just super slow and boring through it. Also, they have the worst thing ever, which is dream sequences to put the monsters in, and then when he wakes up and he's being scientifically experimented on. Can he be any more cliche? Like, yeah, this film is pretty dull. I do gotta say, though, the ending climactic scene where the whole city starts getting destroyed and everything was actually pretty cool and had some pretty good elements mixed in there with it, but overall is super predictable, and they don't do anything with the characters, and the new characters just have no point of being in it, and it's just super predictable, super dull and boring, and overall I thought it was okay at best. So I know I'm a little harsh on this, but I'm actually going to give this probably a higher rating than you're going to think, because I'm going to give this a 2.5, only because the destruction scenes are really well done, and yeah, it looks pretty good. It's just if they didn't keep it so simple and predictable, this film could have done way better. So yeah, but if you want to check it out, it is on Netflix right now. I'll link the trailer like always down below, and also make sure you check out my Instagram. That's where I always post clips of films and review in the future. I put the film title in there and a definition of what the film's about and stuff. There's some interesting facts in there as well, so make sure you check that out. That's linked down below. Also, make sure you check out my Letterbox link down below. That's where I always post clips of films and review in the future. No, that's where I always post my first star rating that I'm going to review in the future. Okay. Check out my Letterbox. That's linked down below. That's where I post my first star rating after watching the films. And my Twitter's down below as well, Well, so follow me on those platforms. Same with this channel. Like this video, share it to more people. Wherever, comment your opinions of the film down below if you have any. And if you have any films or film franchise in any genre and on any streaming service I want to hear my opinions on the future, comment those down below. I'll try my best to get to them as soon as I can and if I can find them. Make sure you subscribe. Hopefully find something weird, obscure, and odd they probably have that thought of checking out together, and also hear my opinions on popular films that come out, classic films, and reviews on other things as well. And don't forget to subscribe. Hopefully find something weird, obscure, and odd they probably have a thought of checking out together, and also hear my opinions on popular films that come out, classic films, and reviews on other things as well. Yeah. And yeah, make sure you like this video, and don't forget to ring that bell, because we're going to be talking about an underrated horror thriller from 1958, I Bury the Living, which was surprisingly interesting. So make sure you tune in for that, and yeah, watch out for all those governments trying to cure us all of their own dumb decisions, and I guess I'll see you all in the next review. So until then, cheers.